So the Epic PR group delivers on the promises that they make. Adele understands CEOs and she can capture their voice in messaging. I would choose Epic PR Group on any communications campaign that you need to have done.
Sometimes you need somebody from outside who is willing to take some risk with you, who you know has your best interest in mind, but willing to take some risk with you in order to help you say, you know what, look at it this way. And then let's have that conversation. That's priceless. That is absolutely priceless.
I think that in that first phone call, if we hadn't felt like there was a certain level, a really high level of trust, a really high level of confidentiality, and that this message was not going to go anywhere whether we used their message or not, I think if we hadn't been able to establish that on that first phone call, it wouldn't have happened.
There's so many other things that Adele and Epic do. In this community, it starts with relationships. It always does. And so I've known Adele for some time now, and I've always been impressed with her level of creativity, which is something that stands out, and I appreciate it in so many ways. And I think that's one of the main reasons, one of the main draws for me.
I've had the privilege of working with Epic since its inception, and the main thing that stands out is the consistency year over year. In the service industry, it's always hard to tell whether you're going to get the same level of dedication time after time when you're working with a team, but that's one of the things that really hits home with Epic.
When I first became a CEO of a large healthcare organization, the first few months were kind of smooth sailing, and a few months in, we began to have some noise in the field, particularly in the membership, that really needed the expertise of someone who could manage a crisis communication situation. We had full-time staff who were communications staff, but primarily they worked on public relations and things around the field, around the specialty that we worked in. We didn't really have the expertise on staff to deal with a true out-and-out crisis that we needed to respond to within about 24 hours.
The Epic team was able to make our messages more relatable to the public and to the media.
There are a lot of different agencies, there are a lot of different marketing folks out there that do what I do. There are a lot of agencies, big, large, small, everything in between. But it's that relationship part, which is really what kind of pushes you over, and you gain that access to the relationship when you get to know the people. We sat down and talked with Epic from a creative perspective. We had a number of different conversations, and what happens a lot of times is that you get a group of people together and everybody kind of brainstorms, and then you either come to a compelling idea or you don't in those sessions. But the reality is, what we did with Epic and where they were so helpful to us was that they were pushing, the conversation didn't stop just because there was a good idea. We kept kind of pushing forward, continually kind of pushing that envelope and trying to figure out, is this the best idea?
Working with Epic PR Group was really a good experience because they're creative, they're strong in their writing skills, and they're agile and be able to shift and move into different areas that we needed them to help us with.
This deadline that somebody's going to, eventually beat me up out here, we're going to meet it. And I can have confidence in saying that, even if I haven't had that conversation with Epic beforehand, because I have a sense of, how long the work is going to take. I know they're going to be there. We've got your back. That's important.